What's between you and the money? There's all kinds of things that can get in the way. I know for me, one of the things that gets in my way, that keeps me from doing things, is not knowing what I'm doing. This is the first time in a really long time that I have done a Facebook Live because I found that it didn't really work so well for me. And so it's like I haven't been doing it. But I decided today that I'm going to because I've heard that there are reasons why doing things Facebook Live from within Facebook gets better results. So I'm trying it again. Just get out there and do it, even if I'm not sure what it's doing. What about you? Where are you stopping yourself from doing something because it's not perfect, it's not right, it's like all the details aren't just so? Because I'm a person that really likes to have things be just so, and that is not life in the world. So if I allow things not being just so to keep me from doing things, that's between me and money. It's between me and having my business be a success. So sometimes you just gotta do it. You just have to go and do it anyway. What about you? Where are you stuck? One of the things I've been talking about lately is being in alignment with what I am doing in my business, with what I am doing for marketing in my business. Get the word out, talking with people, being in alignment with it. I'm just home from being gone for a while. It's not perfect. There's not light back there. All these things. Just do it anyway. Sometimes you just have to do it anyway. And it turns out the way it turns out. What blocks me when it's not just so? What are people going to think? People aren't going to like it. And the truth is, I have found that the more real I am, this is just what's going on, that I am, that people actually really do appreciate that. They like that because it shows them that they can be themselves too. That they don't have to be perfect. They don't have to do it just so. And that people can relate to it. When I work with my clients, over and over and over again, needing to do things right and stopping because I don't feel like I can do things right or I don't know how to do things right. That's not just something that blocks me. This is something that blocks all kinds of people. People who are my clients, people who talk about being my clients, people who I just know, friends. This is a common thing. These are universal issues that everyone has, that again stop us from the money. What separates you from the money? Soon I am going to be in the Spotlight on Success Summit. It starts on Monday. And my talk is what's between you and the money. Stop stalling and just do it. Just do it. Now, I encourage you to come to the Spotlight on Success Summit. You're going to hear experts talking about all kinds of things. All these people who are speakers want to get better at being speakers, sharing tidbits of their wisdom. Imagine condensing all of my wisdom into just a couple of minutes so that everyone in the world can see it. There's going to be a whole bunch of us speakers doing that at the Spotlight on Success Summit, and it's free. So down below the video, there's going to be a link where you can register for this free Spotlight on Success Summit and see all of these people, these wonderful, wonderful people who I have come to know and love in the Spotlight program, sharing their wisdom. So join us for the Spotlight on Success Summit. Now, another thing that I have learned about Facebook Live is it needs to be 12 minutes long. That's longer than the videos I normally make because I was coming from this place of, oh, people are going to prefer it if it's short, so that they can consume it all in a short period of time and then move on to something else. But I am actually going to do this Facebook Live for 12 minutes because apparently Facebook likes you to have a Facebook Live video for 12 minutes because that's when they say, oh, let's show it to people. This is another area where I'm stretching the comfort zone. So let's look at another one of my belief systems. I've always kept my videos for the newsletter short. My assumption is that people only want to spend a couple of minutes with me. But is that actually true? Might they actually really appreciate more depth of information? More facets of the conversation? And that they would actually appreciate and enjoy listening to me longer. I'm going to have it be a little over 12 this time and see how that goes. Give me some comments. Let me know, hey, I love the video. I like that it was 12 minutes long. And I appreciate that I get to see you in Facebook Live so that I can see, hey, are there more people who see it than who have in the past? Because in the past, what I've done is I've recorded it in the program and then either broadcast it from that program into Facebook. But if this Facebook Live thing actually really gets more exposure, I want to know. So if you tell me, hey, loved it, so that I see more numbers, then I'm more likely to actually continue doing this. What about you? Are you making adjustments? Learning? Part of where this information came from for me is from Alexis Calicott, my coach, and she's helping me with marketing. She said these are the things that have your live video actually get viewed. I'm taking the coaching when I think I have to do it all myself. Then I get stuck. When I receive input from an expert, I learn things that I didn't know before and ultimately get better results. That's the plan. Again, what about you? Are there areas where you're holding yourself back by doing things a certain way or not doing things at all because you don't have the information about what it takes to do it more effectively? How can I be more in alignment with what I am doing and get better results? People appreciate me more because I'm doing things in a way that actually really works. And that's what supports me in then having more money. Again, my topic for the Spotlight on Success Summit is what's between you and the money? Stop stalling and do it. So where are you kind of stalled? And where would you benefit from just getting an action and doing it? Thank you. If you're watching all the way here to the end, let me know that because I want to know. Change happens one action at a time. One action at a time. There's so many things that I've done a little bit differently today than usual. One change at a time. But as I incorporate that more and more often, it becomes easy and natural. I feel in alignment with it, and I'm more likely to have success. Healers and coaches start making real money when they stop marketing from strategy, like what other people tell them they should do that doesn't feel right to them, and start marketing from purpose. what I've been talking about today is how can I take these things that other people recommend that feel out of alignment, but how can I make them so that they're in alignment with me? So that I can do things that actually really work, but following the guidance of others. That's what it's about. Just being myself here on camera with you live. Thank you. And register for the Spotlight on Success Summit. It's free. Tons of wisdom coming your way. Thank you. Breathe.